to do today is a day in the life of Rochelle. Now, sorry guys, we have missed the first couple of hours of her day. Her alarm goes off at some stupid hour, I don't know, 4:30, 4:45 or something. I roll over and put the pillow over my head normally. She then gets up and does like an hour of stretching and Pilates and meditation. Now we've gotten down to the barn. She's now, instead of getting horses ready, she's medicating dogs and stuff. And
he's been playing in this ground cover, and it's made his tummy all itchy.
Yeah, so more important things to do is dogs.
You caught me without my hair done and everything.
Hair done. So this is a bit of raw life. So, Shell, tell us about how now our lives have changed a little bit. We've downsized quite a lot, guys. The barn really only houses one principal client now, and the rest of the horses are ours. We've wound it right back. The farm at one stage ran close to 150 horses. We're now back to, I think, 8.
It's incredible, isn't it? I never thought I'd hear you say that, Greg.
With 2 still to go, so we'll be right back. And that means 25 acres of mowing for me, unfortunately, but it does allow us to actually get all our other stuff up and going. This is our main sort of little work area in here. This is where Ecoin Evolution gets done. Not much happening in there this morning. Shell, why aren't you building martingales and ropes for me?
I'm going to ride horses in martingales. Yeah, so it's been a massive shift for us. I've gone from riding, I used to ride for almost 15 hours a day. That was for about 5 years when we were first trying to get on top of our mortgage. And I remember once sitting in my chair and thinking, did I just fall asleep? It was the most tiring, grueling couple of years. And then I think the 30 years amongst all that has been very grueling. And then all of a sudden, Greg and I just went, let's change lanes. Let's go to a different pace. We've become really passionate about, organic life. So we've got our own chickens and our own veggies, and I still teach a lot, mostly overseas, funnily enough. But we're enjoying the different pace. Look at me lounging around. So we've got a couple of horses ready to go for this morning. So this morning we're actually doing, what she's done this morning is we've got to do some videoing as we're doing right now. So she's already done a board for us. So, Shell. Well, that's interesting. You were just focusing on my little board. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't think anybody gets through this human experience without experiencing some level of, ego, not even ego, just not having the confidence. And I've been helping people for free for a really, really long time, just giving them tutorials and helping them out. But now it's time we've started doing a subscribers channel where it's just, I think it's $2 or something, and it just helps buy the carrots. And so, but it's been a big shift for us to go from giving information away to saying, hey, well, if you want your own special video, can you pay $2 for it? So it's been a big mental shift for us, but I think it's a good one. We've been doing this for many, many years. And we're good at it, so it doesn't hurt to ask for $2 to help buy more carrots, does it, Greg?
No, not at all. I think we've got subscriptions set up now on TikTok and Instagram. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can always join Shell there on either of those two to get some more information. She does give you some more ins and outs of our secrecy, or not secrecy, our training stuff, more in-depth sort of stuff. So this is our tack room, guys, full of all of our beautiful county saddles.
Sorry, it's a little bit messy.
Bit messy this morning, but it is video day, so things are a little bit out of whack. There's our lolly jar. That's my favourite stop place most of the time. By the lolly jar.
I thought there were more lollies going. Have you been into the lolly jar, Greg?
You bought some really nice ones. And around it, there's also memorabilia here in the barn.
And now part of our life here on the farm, as much as it's all beautiful and natural, is doing tutorials. So we're about to do a tutorial for our subscription club, which is about cross-training and keeping it really fresh for your horses. So we're going to take her for a gallop down the back in a sec.
All right, guys, so we've just brought Shell down the back. Day in the life of Rochelle. She's taken Florencia down to the gallop track. Oh my goodness me, look at this. I think I actually need to get the big John Deere down here and do some mowing, because we're going to lose her in the weeds shortly. Normally I keep this pretty well mown down. There's actually a big track that I mow extra low down. Since all the rains and storms, haven't been down here for a while, trying to keep on top of everything up the top. So this is one way Shell actually really loves to train her horses, is to get them off the arena occasionally. So Thursday today, pole day, and down here she'll do a bit of walking. Ren loves getting down here. She's as bright as a button, and we do have usually quite a lot of number of kangaroos, and occasionally we'll see some deer. There's also neighbouring horses and cows, so there's a lot for her to take on and see. It's all good training for her to get out here and have a look about. Shell will usually do sort of 4 or 5 laps down here. It's quite a big paddock. It's probably about, I'd say close to 8-9 acres down here that we have a track around the outside of. So it's a good spot to get down here amongst all the trees. All the weeds at the moment, isn't it? So she'll have a nice morning down here and then come back up to have a relaxing day in her paddock. Shell's on her second horse now. She's on Bluey. One thing about a day in the life of Rochelle, me being the videographer nowadays, is actually what it enables me to do. I have to come down and wait for her to be ready, warmed up. So it enables me to come down and enjoy a nice cup of coffee and actually enjoy watching Rochelle train her horses. Something we hadn't had time to do over the years when she was riding countless horses. At one stage here, guys, to give you an idea of how many she had in work, I think we had pre-EI, equine influenza, and pre the global financial crash of everything that happened. At one stage there, we had about 60 or 70 horses in work. It was a bit of mayhem, actually. We had 4 riders, we had a lot of grooms, a lot of woofers, volunteer workers coming from all over the world, which was great. It was a very good experience, but boy, the days were long. That was before Andy was born, so our days would usually start at around 5 a.m. down here in the stables, and would usually end in summertime, usually around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. But it's a lot nicer nowadays. Quite like this. It's nearly like semi-retirement. Anyway, we'll catch up with her during a bit more. We'll have a bit more of a talk to about what she's up to. Here we are down here with Shell, so we watched her warm up a little bit. She just had a lovely little stretch there with Blue. Pole day, he's having a bit of rehab time. Give me the mic, Shell, thank you very much. We finished that one for the sub club. Shell, I was just actually watching you ride around, and I love this helmet that we designed. Probably, was it last summer we designed this white helmet? One before. And remember the old super tops we used to wear? I remember wearing a super top when I was pre-training thoroughbreds. And I was laughed when we talked about, because of course Australian regulations for competition is your helmet's got to be dark colour.
I know, it's stupid, right?
And so the girls are wearing these dark coloured helmets all down here in summer, 40 odd degrees, close to 50 degrees, and the beautiful Kep helmet comes out in white.
With the wide brim.
With the wide brim. So is it called a polo brim they call on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is amazing. So since Shell's been wearing that, I reckon her head temperature must have been lowered by probably 10 degrees. It's also got has that got the grill in the front that puts the airflow through as well?
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you find now? So think back about the old dark helmets you used to wear during summer.
They used to make my head thud, and this one you can close the vent up in winter, you can open it for summer, so you're getting airflow. Yeah, you're getting airflow all the way through.
Adjustable vents in your helmet.
I know, it's amazing. And it's also got something where you can point your phone at it if you ever have an accident, and it'll tell the paramedics, what do you call them?
Paramedics.
Too much brain damage. I've seen too many paramedics. Yeah, it'll tell them if you have any allergies and who you are.
Oh, that's right. That's the new technology of Kep, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the white helmet has definitely been really helpful for us in summer when it's hot, because I used to be down here riding and just thinking, oh, really a headache and sunstroke. So, and I even like the look of it too.
It looks beautiful. It's a really lovely helmet. And how's Blue feeling? Because he was a bit sick last week, wasn't he?
Well, he had a virus last week, poor little man, and he had just one little lump on his side. He jumped at the needle and just gave himself just a little bit of a lump there.
That horrible
He's just
penicillin
doing
pumping into them.
work, poles, trails, he feels really good. He's back to being a superhero.
Okay.
But Greg feels more, Greg's softer even than I am. He wants him on a long rein, and you can see I've just done 5 minutes showing our subscription club how we structure a work session. In that 5 minutes, he's pretty knocked up. So that gives me an idea that his cells aren't completely recovered. So,
well, it is important. The rehab coming back out, even though your horse might go cantering across the paddock, think about it yourselves, guys. When you have a really high temperature for a couple of days, it does take you about a week or so to get over it properly for your system. I remember remember EI, when that first hit and everyone jumped back on their horses and got them back into work, and they actually killed quite a few racehorses after that because their bodies just weren't ready for it again. So we tend to, eye on the side of caution a little bit more. And, you know, it's not as if this horse is ready to go to the Olympics this year or something like that. We're not racing off to do something like that. So we've got plenty of time. So we just rehab him quietly, get his body, because he's a big horse. He's about a 600 odd kilo horse. We're just getting back in slowly. So 650 kilo? No, he's good. All right, thanks, Shell. We'll catch you on your next horse, maybe.
Okay.
So we talk about Shell and all the articles. Well, nowadays it's all online. These were all some of her old horse deal articles. She did a lot of articles for horse deals, a lot of write-ups, tutorials, starting horses, grooming horses, rider position, all the different articles she did, training young horse, the first outing, helping nervous and stressy horses. She did a lot of stuff. Post print. Oh look, there she is there in the Tough Rock flyer. So Juck was actually one of the big influences of creating the PJF with Dr. Steve. There she's there, that was the photo used for the ad. Oh look, we zoom across, there's a painting done of her and Challenger. Lots of memories in our tack room and office, guys, of all the things we did all those years ago when we're so busy. Here she comes up the hill.
Yeah. Days like today remind me of when we first started riding and we just rode just for pleasure, and it was just, oh, you don't have to worry about scores and competitions and money. And I must say, Blue is the horse of a lifetime. Oh God, I love him. I love you. I have to say always thank you to Greg for not selling him, because we've been offered good money for him many, many times. And Greg's always said, why would I sell the horse that you enjoy so much? Happy wife, happy life, hey Greg?
Helps that he's so good too.
Yeah, it does. I love about him that, like a bag, just a carrot bag, somebody must have dropped one over there and it blew toward him and he went, oh, like that. And most of our other horses in our lifetime, you know, would have thrown themselves on the ground or reared up or bolted or whatever. And they bagged him up a little bit and he had a look at it and he went, oh, it's just a carrot bag, and went back to work. I think I love that about him. I mean, there's obviously a huge part of me that adores that I put my leg on and he goes straight uphill, and you know, I touch him and he says, you know, you want more active, you want more this, I love that too. But I must say, this is the first horse I've ever owned myself that is completely reasonable and easygoing.
Well, this is where she comes up and she does a dismount. She always uses the mounting block and then
oh yeah,
bridle off. I'll just stand back for this one because I'm not getting rubbed and beaten up by. This is how wild Blue is. You'll just stand there.
But they're all trained.
Where's your towel?
It actually took Blue, out of all of them, the longest. Blue.
Yeah, they were actually clean bandages I put on him this morning.
Oh.
Thanks, Shell.
Did they wrecked?
Well, probably marked. Yeah, it's all right. I'll wash them again.
A beautiful blue colour. Oh, Greg, the poor beaten down house husband, hey?
She bet me this week that I couldn't clear all the washing that was on the back veranda. And the deal was if I did get it all cleared, she was going to take me to the pub and buy me a glass of wine.
I will do it, Greg,
Yeah.
in all my spare time.
Yesterday they seemed to forget, so they all made sure we finished at about 7 o'clock last night. And by then I'm like, I'm not going to the pub now. So halter on. So over here, oh, there's only one carrot left for Blue.
Oh,
What's going
no.
on?
Greg, get some more. This is a
Carrots
national
there.
travesty.
Sugar cubes in there. What else she got in here? Sunblock. Oh,
Lip balm,
saddle soap. Always for your saddles there. Tissues for her helmet. Water bottle.
Alright.
We better go and get some more carrots for her. Oh, I did cut up some carrots for her, but
Go.
where are they all gone? Oh, she's already got them all in hand.
Already
So
got them.
we actually usually cut our carrots up because otherwise she goes through about 20 kilos in a day.
I do. Well, it's not me. It's Blue.
It's Blue, yeah. So we cut them up. This is where she's going to do all the stretches.
One for Apple.
And then this is partly why we go through so many carrots, because the dogs all line up for carrots as well.
But it's really important to see how I've got him standing square, guys. And like, he'll now stand square when you just flick your fingers because he knows he gets a carrot. but it'll just, the reason we do them is to make sure that they can evenly stretch to both sides. So I do these ones really low. Good, and then I stand, I've already done them while you're getting more catch, but then I stand here in their girth and do an arm's length away. So shoulder, hip, and then knee. And if he can't reach evenly to both sides, then we know that he needs osteo or a massage or something expensive anyway.
That's when you usually hear, Greg, Blue's not right.
I'm having a very beaten down husband today, aren't you?
Yeah,
Not
I am.
complaining.
How dirty did you make those bandages?
Just look away. It's not.
Yeah, there's actually a big goober gob mark on that bandage there. Good job.
It's not my fault if I goober. Look at all the chickens and ducks. Oh my gosh. Guys, I gotta get in there.
Well, they've all come out to see Bluey. The ducks that are doing their first day of exploration. We'll clear a passageway. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Come on. Look out, Claude. What's the name of your ducks, Shell?
That's Clyde.
Clyde.
Yeah. Karen, Moira, Daffy, Daisy, and Gloria.
Daisy and Gloria. Gloria's a beautiful little call duck out the front there. She's cute, isn't she? She's got a real little waddle. Clyde's got the big old fat Muscovy waddle. Into the cross ties. So what have we got to do with him now? Or what have I got to do with him now? So now I'm going to have to put the camera down because I have to actually unwrap him now and get his ice boots on.
Oh, poor Greg.
Shell will probably have a coffee or a Coke maybe. There's Coke in the fridge.
Coke is my one
She might have a little sit down for a while, have a bit of a scroll. You still got one more to work.
Yeah, and about 500 lessons.
Yeah, about 500 lessons. I know. Oh, we better get our fingers out, eh? Get our butts into gear. All right, guys.
So this is the cool new world order where I get the young ladies beautiful, kind, sweet horse, and Andy gets the 18-hand quirky giant. I really like the new world order. This works. You get the quirky ones, I get the ladies ones. So I'm a lady after all. So Sonic is very mentally mature, so he's doing work that all the older horses, you know, a 7-year-old could do, and he's only 5. He only does 2 seconds of it, but his understanding is instant. He's so smart. And physically, he's maturing beautifully, very slowly though. We're letting him mature very slowly. But emotionally, Sonic is a 2-year-old colt in his head. So he just thought about mounting socks when we were riding side by side. Not bad, you just tell him no and he doesn't do it. But we're doing lots of different things with Sonic at the moment. Teaching him to carry a whip because that worried him a little bit. Just touching him with a little pair of spurs. He doesn't need any of that stuff, but you know, spurs are a legal requirement for FEI medium, so it's important that he gets used to them. We take him down the back because that makes him really excited as well. So raising young horses isn't just about training them to be dressage horses, actually helping them to become completely balanced mentally, emotionally, and physically, and that's how you have a nice horse to partner with, a nice dancing partner. Finished riding for the morning. Just going to give my boots, I polish my boots every day before I take them off. It just keeps them nice and supple and beautiful. I actually just most days just use a tiny little bit of like a wet wipe on the outside of them, and then I use some saddle soap on the inside where it touches the horses and does the most work, just to keep the leather really supple. But it also feels really nice to put on a clean pair of boots. It only takes 2 seconds. You can also use, they've got like a leather soap wipe, which I use a little bit on my work boots at home. I don't use them on my show boots because they don't polish up quite as well. How are you? Good, good. You're braving whether it was going to be wet or not. I know. Hopefully you get plenty of, honestly, after all that heat, who cares if you get wet anyway? Apple! Don't chase the chicken. Well, I try to polish my gear every day. I can't always do it if I have heaps of lessons, but it always feels so much nicer the next day, and all your gear lasts for so much longer. I'm pretty happy that I'm getting around on this ankle a little bit better. There was definitely some time over the last maybe 6 weeks, and particularly the first 2 weeks after I injured it, where I honestly didn't ever know whether or not the ankle was actually going to ever function again, and now it's been almost 10 weeks now. And I'm still really struggling with the pain levels, so I don't know whether or not I'll actually ever be able to go back to competitive riding, because the function and the pain from the ankle is still quite significant. But just trying to do all the exercises, not think about it too much, and try not to get down about it. But I think when you've been in chronic pain for quite a while, that ends up making you feel a little bit down about it. But just keep doing the exercises, and I've recovered from way worse injuries before, so hopefully I can get back out and at it soon. There have been times here when we've had up to 8 grooms, and this is just it's the first time in my life that we haven't had at least 2 grooms here, and it's just really, really nice. I loved all the grooms. They're lovely, all sweet kids, but it's nice just to have the farm to yourself and just quietly be able to do your own thing and not have to run around doing 50 million extra things, pay all the wages. And I quite like this new lane that we've changed into. Just keep the energy, just quietly keeping the energy and letting it just creep one step forward after the other. Do another one where it's a little bit easier, so bring her down this way. But I want you to have the entry to the extended canter, and then the exit to the movement, so the collection at the end. So your transitions count as much as let's do that once. How about go down the next long side and shoulder in, just to get her, or even renver, just so we're not pummeling her toward the arena rate that's scaring us so much. We have to join the little boys up in a group, don't we? It'll be a bit hairy. I love watching.
So guys, here we are. I think it's about 7 o'clock at night or evening. We've just finished, or Shell's just finished her lessons outside. I've come up and gotten dinner organised, but we're going to sneak around, because what she's actually doing now, which she was talking about earlier today, was how she's doing a lot of teaching overseas. So we're going to sneak around. We won't talk much. We're just going to do a little bit of a quick video of what she's up to now. She's actually teaching a lady in England first thing in the morning over there. It's 8 degrees, so we'll be very quiet.
But yeah, no, it's a sweet time to heal, that's for sure. Yeah. How's your back holding up to all the extra work in the
Very
saddle?
busy, isn't she? Hasn't stopped all day. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's teaching in England.